Diamonds in the rough. NFL Draft Diamonds. Time to shine.
Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds, and we are the scouting staff for the Hula Bowl. This interview is sponsored by Carl Black Orlando, Orlando's premier Chevy, Buick, and GMC dealership. They offer an extensive inventory of new and pre-owned vehicles. Stop by today just off of East Colonial Drive. Today I have with me Brevin Allen. He's a defensive end out of Campbell University. Nice to have you, sir.
Nice to be here.
So, a lot of people really like looking at you as an NFL prospect, having a lot of good traits. Dude, I have you in my notes. I mean, you just, big character, long freaking wingspan, sacking the quarterback several times. And we invited you down to Orlando so you can get a chance to showcase your talent in front of some NFL scouts. But I want to give you some, an opportunity to just kind of share your story. So give us a little bit of your background, if you don't mind. Tell me where you're from.
I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina.
Nice. So, so can you go ahead and kind of share with me that story about how you went from Greensboro to, Campbell, not too far away from each other, but tell us that story a little bit about like the recruiting and stuff.
Well, and my recruitment started in 10th grade. That's when my recruitment started picking up a little bit. After my 11th grade season, I was able to attract some offers from ECU and Coastal Carolina and smaller Division I schools. I was looking forward to a big senior year to be able to pick up bigger offers, but in 2017, I tore my ACL, and then all my went away as it came. During that time, I didn't know where I was, if I was going to be able to play Division I football or do any of that. But then one school came, which was Campbell University. They gave me a shot. The recruiting coordinator at that time, his name was Coach Lindsay. He recruited me. He showed up to my house along with my defensive line coach, Coach Adams. They pretty much had a long conversation with me. They said they would give me a shot, play Division I football, and then that's how I ended up at Campbell.
Nice. So, again, not a lot of people may not know where Campbell is. So you said you're from Greensboro. How far is that drive from Greensboro to Campbell University?
It was only an hour and 30 minutes long. It's not that bad of a drive over there in Bowie's Creek, North Carolina.
Gotcha. So was that one of the main reasons that you chose to go to Campbell? I mean, talk to me about Campbell just as a whole, like that university.
Campbell University is a great university. They preach a lot on just being close knit and having a great spiritual life, and I felt like that connected with me because I have strong faith in my family. That's all we that's all we that's how we built our family around. Like we built our family around having being spiritual.
Sure. So, and what have you done there as a student? I mean, have you graduated already? Like, what's your situation?
Last May, I graduated with my degree in Bachelor of Science Sports Management, and it was a pleasure to be able to graduate from Campbell.
Nice. So, I guess you just taken a few classes, this fall, just so that you can play one last season. I would imagine, right?
Yeah, that walking and jogging class was pretty tough.
Well, what has been maybe like your most difficult class there at Campbell? Like, when you look back at like your years there.
I probably have to say accounting. It was just a bunch of busy work, a bunch of numbers. It was just a lot of work. But I managed to get out of there with a B.
Hey man, that's not bad. I mean, I'll take a B almost every single day. Some people want to, get a little bit more or whatever, but hey, that's pretty good grade. I'm definitely proud of that one. So, um, Anyhow, Brevin, obviously, we thought that you had a lot of great traits, to, be an NFL prospect, and that's one of the reasons why we decided to, extend an offer to you to come down to the Hula Bowl. But want to kind of talk to you about like what you've been able to do there at Campbell. So can you maybe talk to me about y'all's defense, and how you've been utilizing that defense over your time there?
Uh, well, when I first got there, I wasn't really involved in defense as much. I was a freshman, had to earn my stripes. I had to play special teams a lot. But during my sophomore year, we ran mainly a 4-2 nickel defense majority of the time. So that was our defense my sophomore year. My junior year, during the COVID year, we ran a lot of 3-3 defense, having three down linemen and my bad, 3-4 defense, having three down linemen and four linebackers behind us. It was just we just testing that out in 2020, see how that do. I was able to be moved around from like the edge to being somewhat closer to the middle around like a two eye type deal, and
In-
then
Interesting. So so you've mainly played the edge though, right? I mean, they've moved you interior maybe just like on a couple of different occasions. Is that kind of like how that's been working out?
uh yeah, I was moved to interior mainly just to pass rush against the guards that don't have as much long arms as me.
Sure. Well, I mean, again, I feel like for your size, I think a lot of people are they're not going to necessarily want you to, come come inside at the next level. A lot of people are going to be projecting you as an edge rusher, either in like a, one of those schemes that you were talking about, like 3-4-4-3, or even that 4-2-5. But going to be there, rushing the passer, pretty much used to doing that over the course of your time there. Talk about some of your teammates, man. I mean, a lot of great teammates over the years. So, who's impressed you the most?
Uh, One of my main guys, which y'all also invited to Hula Bowl, Julian Hill. He's just a very hard worker. He will do anything. He will do anything in his power to make his dreams come true. He's been a great teammate. He has great leadership. He pretty much led us all the way through the summer because this summer was pretty hard with new coaching staff. Well, new strength and conditioning coaching staff change. He pretty much led us through the hard times. He's a great leader throughout the season. He kept everybody's spirits high. He was a great guy in general.
So you were talking about how the strength and conditioning, coach there changed this season. Just kind of want to give you the opportunity to kind of share how your own personal strength and conditioning has changed since coming in as a freshman. Can you maybe walk me through a little bit of those of that change? Because not a lot of kids when they get to university have some sense of like the weight room, what they're doing, maybe aren't as developed. Can you kind of walk me through like your own personal change there with your conditioning?
Uh, sure. When I first got there, Mike Striffler was the strength and conditioning coach there at the time. He changed my body a lot. Strength wise, thought I'd never be able to pick up weight. When I first got to Campbell, I was around like 230, 235 ish. But as of today, I'm 260. That was thanks to him. The strength wise, I was never really the strongest guy in high school, but when college came, I became like one of the strongest guys on the team thanks to Mike Striffler's help.
Yeah, and dude, it's been a while, so correct me if these numbers are wrong, but at one point in time, someone told me that you have a really good bench press of about 390. Does that sound about right?
Uh, it went up by 15 pounds. I got it up to 405.
Well, sweet, man. I mean, that's a pretty good number. I mean, are you trying to prepare yourself for those like combine pro day type drills like with that 225 and stuff? I mean, how's that coming along?
That's coming along well. Right now, I'm training with my guy back in Greensboro, Brandon Copeland. He's helping me try to build my foundation for that. Every day after the workouts, usually I do a burnout of 230.
Mm. So, obviously training, getting yourself right there. Obviously we're looking towards you as a legitimate NFL prospect, maybe one of these guys that's going to hear his name called. I do want to kind of reflect a little bit back on your time there at Campbell. Um, can you maybe share one of your, best memories? I mean, is there a game or a play or some sort of highlight that you want to share about your time there?
There's no particular memory, but overall experience at Camo is with the team, our team bonding exercises we did a lot during the fall camp and during the summer. It helped bring our team together, and that's mainly what I am. I'm the team first guy, so whatever the team does, I want to be able to be part of that and be able to build a great team.
Nice. And just kind of even, I don't know, giving a little bit more background to you as an athlete. Do you have any other I don't know, any other sports that maybe you participated in like during your high school years? I mean, anything that you were into at that time other than football?
Oh yeah, I was in basketball. I was able to dunk the basketball a little bit. I was playing center, obviously at 6'3", a little bit undersized to be a center, but I had to get the job done. I was able to jump high. That's how I was able to play that position.
Well, I mean, in high school, 6'3", you could work with that. So, I mean, that's not that bad. So you still a big basketball fan these days? I mean, you paying attention to that? You got somebody that you're a fan of?
Yeah, I'm still a big basketball enthusiast. I don't really have no particular. I'm not a particular fan of nobody, but I do watch basketball every day.
Sure, sure. So, I mean, obviously, at one point or another, you were playing like multiple sports. Ended up, really pursuing football to the fullest. Um, why football, man? Why did you pursue this game? What do you like about this game so much?
Well, first, I started out as a wide receiver, but then as I got to high school, my D line my D line coach at the time had told me just try out for D line. Ever since then, I fell in love with football. I fell in love with the position of D line. Just be able to sack the quarterback, make a big play, hear the crowd cheer. It's just a lot of things to love about football.
Oh yeah, it's like, you go out there, you pick somebody up, slam them on the ground, and hopefully they won't throw a flag on you. But but for the most part, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's a very physical game, and like you were talking about before, I mean, you were talking about a lot of the camaraderie that is all about the sport, and it's really one of the things that I think a lot of people really enjoy about sports, just in general, but specifically football. It's the bonding that you have with your brothers is second to none, in my opinion. Um, Brevin, I do want to get to know you outside of sports a little bit. Tell me something about yourself that maybe not everybody knows. Something interesting, fun, or what have you. Whether it be your hobbies or just some of your passions. So, talk to me a little bit of something else. Okay, give me something.
What a lot of people don't know is that I'm a big gamer. It might not look like it, but I love playing all sorts of video games like shooters, sports games, and all that. I try to be as competitive as them as I am competitively with football. Obviously, football takes priority over games, but when I'm playing the games, I just get so enticed with them. It just brings out the competitive juices.
Gotcha. And is there one of those games that you feel like you're like a big expert in, like more so than another, or what?
Mm, Not a big expert, but I feel like I'm pretty good at 2K. I feel like I can beat a lot of people.
Hey, well, I mean, we got to see, man. People gotta, get you on there and see. So, talk to me more about yourself. If I were to come to your hometown there in Greensboro, man, like, where would we go? What would we do? I mean, is there like a hot spot that you try and go to like regularly?
Uh, Really no hot spots, but I'll show you our mall. We got a bowling alley in the mall. Obviously, a bunch of shopping places and a lot of good food there in the food court.
Gotcha. So food wise there, you got like, I don't know, a favorite cheat meal or something, or just a good restaurant down there that you like to go to?
There's a good restaurant. It's a soul food restaurant. It's called Lux. It's hard. It ain't hard. It's hard to come by good soul food, and they provide that.
So what's on that menu, man? What do you get in there that's that soul food? I mean, people say soul food. Sometimes people say like it means something different to everybody. So what are you ordering from there?
Usually, I'm ordering like mac and cheese, yams, collard greens, and cornbread, and chicken, and that's usually the go-to right there.
Gotcha, gotcha. So Brevin, a couple other questions before we wrap things up. Obviously you've been at this for a while. Started out there in Greensboro, moving on to Campbell, having a really fantastic career there. I knew you were an All-American, all conference guy, several times over. So there had to have been a lot of people that have helped you get to where you're at. Is there maybe I don't know, some advice that you received from one of those coaches, maybe a lesson that still sticks with you about, whether it's about you as a football player, as a man, like is there some sort of, tidbit that somebody gave you at one point or another?
Well, our head coach he always dropping us advice. Our head coach was Coach Mike Minner. Most people may know him because he played for Carolina Panthers for 10 years. He's a great coach. One of the advice he usually gives to me is just keep. Usually, the advice he gives me is keep your faith high, because if your faith not high, you're not gonna be able to make it far. You're not gonna be able to make it far.
Gotcha. I mean, definitely need to stay focused on the prize there, man, for sure. So, and that not necessarily being like winning the game of football, but winning at the game of life, and really just kind of focusing on that sort of thing. Again, we did extend the invite to you to come down to Orlando, so a lot of people are going to get a chance to see you January 14th in Orlando. It's going to be on CBS Sports Network. So get a chance to see you again. We got your teammate there, Julian Hill, going to be playing tight end for us. So you guys will be able to sit, try and showcase your talent. So well, before you get there, man, one last opportunity. I want you to talk to all those scouts out there and tell them what they would be getting if they took a chance on you, maybe drafted you and brought you into their franchise. So close us out with that.
You'll be bringing a guy that has multiple talents, be able to rush the edge, be able to rush interior, and be able to drop back in coverage.
Nice. And, kind of have to, add just a little bit more there saying, when you get a guy like you, I mean, 82-inch wingspan, not a lot of people have that. And, having that reach, I mean, be able to make plays in the backfield, and just kind of, win those one-on-ones, at the line of scrimmage. I mean, you're going to get a chance to do that. And people are going to see that there's a lot that you offer, when it comes to your size, your strength, your power, and you'll get your opportunity, man. So we'll see how that works out. So, Brevin, this has been fun. I appreciate getting to know you, and wish you best of luck in this journey. All right.
Thank you. It was a pleasure being here.
Sure. Once again, Brevin Allen, defensive end, Campbell University. Definitely check him out.